Hello everyone and welcome back for the next few stages of All Out War Act number 2, keeping up with the same team, and that is the one led by Denise there. We will choose Laurie as the ally, or will we? Probably not, because we have no range characters. That's where you just got to be wary with the allies you're choosing. If you have ones that are specific to a certain category like ranged or melee, and then you're choosing the opposite, it can disadvantage you, and it's like you have the extra gun or the extra sword there, but you're not taking full advantage of that extra character slot, and choosing the appropriate leader skill to benefit the whole of your squad. So that's why just be wary of that, because that can be the one thing that disadvantages you a lot in these later stages. It's no different to getting the crap allies like the fast Rick and things like that are purely for zombies, and you get them for people stages. It's no different to that, so just be wary of the enemies you choose, and then just make sure you're taking full advantage of that extra slot there. As you saw before, Laurie's not really appropriate for this team, so I went with the Joe Bob, who gives me a bit of defense against the ranged characters, which we've got a whole lot of here. And we'll just see how we go with these guys. We'll keep them with the preferably 2 trait combination. Joe Bob is a tough, but I just thought I'd get him out of the way. If you can try and keep your team to them 2 trait combos, I always find it's more effective than bringing in a mixed one. Though in saying that, it doesn't mean mixed teams ain't still handy and very effective on these stages, but I prefer the 2 trait ones. It just has always done me well, so I just continue with it. These guys here I'm not going to use any battle items, so getting through these stages is going to be extremely slow, and just very time consuming, because I'm not using those battle items to get rid of them quick. The advantage to that is the only reason you can really do things like that will just revive Joe Bob, and the other one here is that I've got a fair few healers. I've got Denise, Sadiq and Glenn, who are all healers. So the advantage of having a fair few healers in these stages is that you don't have to really use your battle items. You can struggle through them. It will be time consuming, yes, but you can get through these stages and keep healing your players. Whereas if you've not got healers, then that's where your battle items become more important, because you want to get rid of them as fast as possible, because you've not got the ability to heal yourself as I do here. So you want to, if you don't have, that's probably the best advice I can give you for these stages. If you don't have a healer, then use your battle items right from the start to get rid of these players as quick as possible, because you just don't have that healing attribute to your team, and it's really going to disadvantage you. If you have the healers, then yes, you can struggle through without using battle items. It will just know that it will be very time consuming. So once again, if you want to get through it really quickly, then use those battle items like your nerf and tear gas, and your anything like your grindstones, anything that's going to up your defense or your attack, or down their defense and their attack. So anything that's going to help you get through these stages faster. These guys are doing fairly well. I'm just using my trait bonuses to get rid of the opposite trait quick enough, even though it's still taking time because I'm not downing their defense or anything like that. And they're doing some nice shots here. Now, the only sort of battle items I'm going to really use here is smelling salts when they're necessary. As you've seen, I've had to use a couple already. If I was being smart about this, I'd actually be using my tear and nerf gas and downing their attack and defense. I'd be getting through these stages a whole lot quicker and be copying a whole lot less damage. But that's okay. We got through that one, comfortably enough. Probably slower than what I would have liked, but we still got through. Now we'll just go back and add some replenishers and change up this attack battle items a bit. I sort of took in the wrong ones. I took in the zombie ones that previous stage, so that's why I only used the smelling salts. This one I'll bring in the tear and nerf gas. I probably won't use it, but it's there just in case. Like I always say, if you are struggling with these peel stages, your tear and nerf gas, whether it's the vials or the grenades, are absolutely essential in getting you through these stages. Like I said, if you have healers, then it's a great advantage to those people that don't have healers. You become less reliant on your tear and nerf gas vials. You still want them things, but you become less reliant because you're able to heal yourself continuously and sort of keep that health up and hopefully keep attacking. Where people without the healers, they tend to lose plays and they're not able to keep that attack happening continuously because they're not able to heal themselves continuously, which is a real downer. But like I said, that's when you got to bring in your nerve and tear gas vials or grenades and just take full advantage of them. You want to get rid of them as quick as possible because you're not able to sustain the damage just purely because you don't have the healers to regenerate that damage. So basically what you want to do is, if you don't have healers, make sure you're optimizing your amount of damage you're committing, because you don't have the ability to take on the damage, so you want to make sure you're dealing out the best and the most solid amount of damage you can get using all your battle items, just purely because you want to hit and run. Like literally, you want to hit them, kill them and run and get out of that stage, because the more you stick around, the harder it's going to get, and you don't have the healers to sustain the length of that battle. So that's probably my number one advice with people without healers, is just you want to have big power hitters and you want to get out there as quick as possible. People with healers can sort of take the time and play around a bit more and still regain that damage they're copying. But at the same time, even with healers, you still want a couple of big hitters in there just to help you out. And you still want to, if you're not got high grade healers, then you still want to be able to use your tear and nerve gas vials to get rid of them as quick as possible. Like I said, with healers it can just be a bit more time consuming. Without healers, you want to get out there as soon as possible. These guys are doing okay. We're just making sure we're using our trait bonuses. I always stress to you guys, I can't stress enough, is make sure you're using those trait advantages. That is why I use the 2 trait combination, so that I'm not only just vulnerable to the 2 traits, but I'm also big hitting damager to the 2 traits also. And because I've got the majority of one or the other trait, then I'm able to get rid of them, not all the time in one wave, but I'm able to do mass damage to the one player just purely because I have a lot of that trait. So that was the 2 people stages, and as always, thanks for watching.